Hey, Regal fans, Matthew Hoffman here checking into the Overlook Hotel with Ewan McGregor and the cast of Stephen King's Dr. Sleep. Answer our trivia question in the comments below for your chance to win a prize pack from the movie. That's all.
Thanks very much. Well,
Good night, everybody, yes. The long-awaited separate entity to Stephen King's The Shining.
Well done. Have
Good,
you done
huh?
your homework?
I did do my homework,
Thank
and
you.
I think we have to be very clear as to what it is. You don't want people going in with a different lens. Would that be
Should we
correct?
just keep him here? Let's just have him here.
I don't know about magic. I always called it The Shining.
it's true to say that if somebody had just written a sequel to The Shining,
Yeah.
I might have been a little skeptical about that.
If I said it was a sequel to The Shining, my stomach would drop out,
Yeah.
and I would
Career
just panic.
suicide, yes.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So I always looked at it as a descendant of The Shining that had the DNA of its parents, and its parents were Kubrick and King, but it had to find its own way in the world.
It was such a good script. It was such a good read, like a Stephen King novel.
Yeah.
It was just like a real page turner.
Stephen's been very vocal and very public with
Yeah.
the fact that he was not a fan of Kubrick's version.
Yeah.
Is it true that you convinced him to include some of the imagery from Kubrick's into this movie?
Yes, that was one of the first kind of pitches I had to make on the thing, and I knew it was going to be a tough sell.
Yeah.
To go to him and say, I really think we have to embrace the cinematic legacy of Kubrick. But I was convinced there was a way we could kind of reconcile all of it together in a way that would make Stephen hopefully very happy. But he gave his blessing for us to do that. If he hadn't, I never would have made the film.
Dan Torrance is, of course, just so beloved. Where will audiences find him today?
Well, when they find him, he's not in a very good place, let me tell you. He's
Full dark.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. I was surprised to find out that he was an alcoholic after suffering from his father's alcoholic violence. Danny had followed in his father's footsteps in that respect. But I suppose really looking at it, maybe not surprising at all.
Come and play with us forever and ever.
The more I talk about it, the more I think you could take the ghosts and the Overlook Hotel out of the story altogether, and it could still just be the same movie about being an alcoholic. You know, you're drinking so as not to feel or think or to face your fears.
Get out of my head! Get out!
As the saying goes, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. What was one of the most fun moments on set for you?
That quote is written on a lot of papers
Yeah.
that someone might have liberated, and someone might have framed and put on her wall at home.
Really? Where? Where do you have it?
In England, on the
Like,
wall.
wait, in a bedroom, in an office?
No, on the hall. I have a big hall, massive, with art, and I have 5 papers.
How cool is that?
How cool is that?
That's amazing.
I know.
There was a bunker in Abra's house where we were shooting.
Yeah.
I found it. I found this little ladder and I said, is there a bunker here? And I climbed up. There were bunk beds and everything, so a lot of us would go up the stairs and we'd play Mad Libs, we'd eat food, we'd have a lot of fun.
How
I mean,
cool.
it was a lot of fun, yeah.
Wow, you had your own little like Shining in the...
a little bunker.
One of the main themes in this movie is, of course, reading the thoughts and
Yes.
minds of other people, and you are the best. You are as
you.
good as it gets in this.
Thank you so much.
So with that in mind, I was wondering if you could read my thoughts and tell Regal fans what I am thinking as to why they should see this movie.
Wow. Because the story is very interesting and the characters are very fun. We should go see Dr. Sleep. Very nice.
That's it!
I would hope that you're thinking that they should see this movie in a theater specifically because it is a celebration for people who love films like The Shining or just love scary movies in general.
It's like you're in my head.
At this moment, you're thinking, why did I not wear my Mormon dress? Because there is bohemian chicness to this film that has me by a seat, but I only perched the edge of it. Go see it now.
I love you. Nice to meet you. You were drinking, but we can cancel everybody out, right?
This is great.
Yeah,
Should we go for a
best friends. Do you
cocktail?
want to go for a cocktail?
I think we should now.
Let's
I'm
go
just kidding.
For a cocktail.
We
We're
love
canceled.
you
the rest
as
Of the day
well.
is done. It is time for our Movies and Matthew trivia question of the week.
Okay. What year was the horror novel The Shining published?